played the first 3 acts like 10 times.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time to play some more Doki Doki. We last left off reading some poems at the literature club we just joined. And now we're going to read more poems from... We're on the second day of class, I think, of the club. Alright, let's get right into it. Start with Sayori, our girl. Oh! I like this one, Russell. It has some nice feeling in it. I'm glad. Still, though, your tone makes it sound like you like yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like this one, I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Russell. Never, ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Thanks for the follow. Go, Batman! Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! Yeah! I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Huh, it is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Russell! I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Oh, this is long. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Minocchio taught me a whole lot. And I've been really into touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best! I'm gonna keep writing until I die! Don't get ahead of yourself now. Sayori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. I'm gonna save my girl Natsuki till last, I think. Let's see. Let's go to Monokia. Our good girl Monokia. Hi again, Russell! How's the running going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monokia. Alright! Great job, Russell! I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair! Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Unlike Yuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nonsense. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry, so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. What? An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Oh, okay. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Oh, shit. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I write the lines really sure makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as physical expression of a feeling. Or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monokia's running tip of the day! Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Oh. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yeah, I'm gonna save because of that. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, Yuri's up next. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Russell, how do you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imaginary. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hand appears sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. Oh, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed with will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. Whoa. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in my eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotion onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. You know what this is? I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what's it supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Excuse me. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Russell? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best way we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Well, last girl, our homie, Natsuki.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew.
Huh? Phew? What?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey! What makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Ah, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come think of it, this kind of reminds me of Shiori's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah, well I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Shiori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That's a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone.
Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much more simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they are being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone thinks or likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Huh, that's funny. You rewrote about something similar today.
Huh? Did you say Yuri?
Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things.
Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like that. I would judge her or anything.
Natsuki has trouble finding words.
I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson.
Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in her poem.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message or take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. Huh! I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
Okay, everyone! We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could sit in front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Oh, do you really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few directions or decorations. So yeah, I've been working on paint posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Minokia? Yeah! We're going to be having a poetry performance! Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too! Siori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Eh?
Oh, wow.
Siori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Minokia? You didn't really start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Siori! I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask from them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right! And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes you standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it! Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Siori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Siori and Minokia have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have... Oh, wait. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! The club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh! You'll be fine, Yuri! But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Minokia! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? No. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Minokia flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Minokia begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is it simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Minokia. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Minokia finishes the recess session. Ugh. The four of us applaud. Minokia takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Minokia! Thanks very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper behind her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structures that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealing inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Oh, well, that's my voice, not theirs. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good! Thank you for sharing! Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ha! Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it will come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she says she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Russell liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Oh, wrong person. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Russell. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Russell lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki! It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that's my voice. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves Natsuki!
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting!
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of the other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for the other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too! It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy! Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone! I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nice so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day! I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Shiori and Minokia, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Minokia, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Shiori? Ready to go, Shiori? Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. I like Natsuki. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Russell. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Shiori once more, even though it's only been a few days. A lot of things have already changed, but today Shiori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Shiori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Shiori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I don't want to walk home with either. Well, gosh darn. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back. Hey, Loxy, what is up? Goodness. It apparently rained earlier. Didn't even know. I don't really want to pick either of these options. And I'm surprised nothing's changed since I haven't said anything. Screw it. Let's mess with their mind. Walking home with Yuri. Why does that thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down. So, isn't it she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Haha, you admitted it! Jeez, that's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. Need you? Sorry. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh, a new poem. Trying to make this poem as weird but kind of good as possible. Oh, I see. Every time I pick a word, they jump. Dang it. Oh man! I'm the last one here again! Don't worry, I just walked in too. That's right. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah! You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too.
Ah, I can't wait for the festival! It's gonna be great!
Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki?
Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
You sound a bit like Siori all of a sudden.
Monokia! Do they usually have fried squid?
Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to.
Oh, come on! Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people?
say that. I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people?
Because it's right in your name! Manokia!
That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation.
Little fourth wall breaking there.
Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay?
Whoa, wrong voice again. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Siori's anyway.
Excuse me?
Where's Siori anyway? Oh, there you are. Siori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Siori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again.
Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Is everything alright?
Oh, of course.
Oh, shit. Get out of that.
Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worried about me too much. I'm fine, see?
Shiori shows a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Well, alright. If you say so. Thanks. I worriedly glance at Shiori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Minokia if she noticed anything about Shiori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Minokia, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Russell, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Shiori recently?
Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
Minokia appears across the room at Shiori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk.
Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised. I'm not the one asking you, Russell. You recently know her a lot better than I do. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No! It's important to me, too! I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that, well,
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Russell.
Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sierra talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her.
What? No way! Siri is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been.
You're so funny, Russell! Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as a cheerful...
Wow. Try that again.
Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you.
Yeah.
I've said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to the conclusion, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. Minokia smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Minokia stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from there. Won't you move up? I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the only one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Minokia. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own.
I didn't mean to bother you or anything.
Relax! You didn't even do anything.
But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts.
Along with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that?
Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that.
In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused any concern.
Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen.
It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori.
Sayori?
Yeah, she seems a little bit off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her.
Oh, that's quite romantic.
Eh?
Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid.
It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all.
Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be so dismissive to you about her feelings.
Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much.
Russell, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them.
So you think that there might be something behind it after all?
I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she?
Well, I guess that was the case.
Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deep into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze.
Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her.
Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple dude, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings, thank you. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you, though.
Ah, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is, girl. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with it. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Oh, I'm gonna take a drink for this one. Alright, here we go. Turn your headphones down or something. Okay, everyone! After some time passes, Pinocchio calls out the class. Ugh! After some time passes, Pinocchio calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Pinocchio, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Shiori. Who should I show my poem to first? How's everybody in the chat doing right now? I hope you're enjoying this as much as me. Hopefully my VOD's actually working on stream, Rowdy. I don't know yet, though. I did enable it, so hopefully it is. It wasn't last night, so that's why I'm curious. Yuri's second best. Second best. Natsuki is where it's at, Rowdy. Come on. Although I think I figured out how to write these poems. I think. I didn't realize those girls were jumping every time you chose a word. And I'm 3 poems in. So hopefully my girl Natsuki enjoys the poem I wrote for her.
This one's alright.
Alright?
Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit.
Well, of course I'm at least trying. I like that smile you got there. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to you?
No, gross! It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure that you're not slacking off.
Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away?
That's, it's not like you would actually do that.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Gah. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Ooh, she touched me.
Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all.
I was just joking.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too.
How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki.
Anyway,
Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. Oh, here we go. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought I had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought I had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again.
yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach, you know.
So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later.
Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic that and have both of us write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway, you know? I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while, you know? At the very least, it was good practice.
Oh, God. And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. We got 3 more poems to read. Let's save the high-pitched Minokia for last. Get some my vocals, a rest or two. This is your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Russell. Thanks, I guess. Sorry, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course! Everything is fine! Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want the nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Russell. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. I tried. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? Whoa, the music stopped. That's not good. You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Shiori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you, but we have a wavelength or something, and this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. Okay, so sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Shiori? No! Russell, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Shiori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Shiori. I glance around the room to make sure nobody else has noticed. Shiori. I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Shiori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Russell. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Shiori, tell Minoki I wasn't feeling okay. Well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Shiori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Alright, that was weird. Well done, Russell. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of the few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Minokia. I think we all felt a little awkward at first. But now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore. But it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Russell? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer, and even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have most of the advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overlook and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Beach. I marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of earth... What? Chaotically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundation until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about that. She did? She doesn't say anything weird, did she? She wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wants to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I can agree. Thanks for sharing. Alright, last girl. Hi, Russell! Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure! But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great! It would also make me happy to see! Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem! Sure. I'll let Minokia take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's pretty good! It makes me think of Shiori like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo! That's kind of exaggerating it a little bit. Yeah, probably! But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Oh, that's short. Yay. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth, the lady who knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Oh, okay. Lost adrift, the sky, victim of the currents of wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall, even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. That's pretty good.
You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Minokia's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writings because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get lukewarm response to something you put so much time into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Okay, I'm gonna save.
Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out...
Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange right now?
Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club.
Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it.
Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
Oh,
It seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always...
Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around.
Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she went to pee.
Natsuki, please show some decency.
Oh, come on.
Oh. She actually wasn't feeling too well and she went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright.
Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Huh? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted!
And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri?
I'm useless.
No! That's not it at all! You're the most talented person here, you know! Now Natsuki's pouting too!
Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
Ah! That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know. So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great! You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Russell. The one who is truly useless. I didn't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tests to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that.
Is Manokia suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you.
Oh, my voice. It's not like Minokia is going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Russell might not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations.
Hold on, I never said that. How hard would it be to make a few decorations anyway? It sounds more like you're just trying to make choose for Russell too.
Well, what are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work.
And baking isn't? Just what do you think?
Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Russell to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said, I'm
surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though.
Jeez. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah! Russell, were you okay with this? Right? In the end, it's up to you!
Of course.
Very well. In that case, everyone
Look straight at me. Ho ho, I know I'm picking. Why not? Why not, Sean? It's not like she could be a dominatrix or something. I don't know. Well, I lost 2 viewers saying dominatrix, I think. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use us 2 people.
Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree.
Huh? Just a minute ago you were saying that.
That's because... Never mind, okay?
Well, anyway, you'll be fun by yourself, right, Yuri?
Of course. I'm used to it after all.
That's good. Even though Yuri's being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad.
So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about?
No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited?
Yes! Everything except the performance is going to be awesome!
I don't think that really counts.
What about you, Russell?
Me? I guess you could say I'm interested in to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri?
She's still suckling.
Natsuki starts pouting too.
It's not that big of a deal or anything.
Shit. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help.
That doesn't mean...
Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression.
Look!
Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders.
Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too. But you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit.
Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you?
Not really, but...
Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Minoki and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki of all people to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Shiori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Shiori would say at a time like this. Because Shiori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event.
Yeah!
Yeah! I have to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out.
Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so...
Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that.
Everyone packs their things. I start to follow Minoki and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other.
Where are you going?
We
still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally wouldn't have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me.
Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind.
Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything.
Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number.
Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients.
Wait, you're coming to my house?
Well, yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house.
Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me.
Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me.
Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over.
Alright, fine by me.
Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. You better look forward to it.
Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work?
Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this.
Wait, really?
Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so...
Alright, I get it. I'm sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you Sunday.
Never mind.
They're baking cupcakes on Sunday for an event on Monday. Shouldn't they be baking on Saturday to give them enough time to make enough cupcakes for the event? Maybe? I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she's told me that she was looking forward to it. Is the chance I have to make something happen between us, or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, though, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Shiori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Shiori said and what Minoki has said, is it really okay for me to put Shiori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Shiori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Shiori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Shiori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to the bedroom where I finally find her. Shiori? Oh, good. Whew, I was expecting something bad. Hi, Hi, Russell. I sit down in her room. Shiori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has changed, really, has it? Shiori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animal and wall decorations that she's had for years now.
If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I ended up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today?
Yeah, but wait. How do you know that? Shiori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
Minoki had told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Minokia today?
Of course. But I'm helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
So it's just me and Natsuki then.
Yep.
There's more silence between us. Shiori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Shiori smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, Russell.
Eh?
Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make the stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me.
Shiori. I grab Shiori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Shiori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, Russell, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Siori?
Yeah. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Russell? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Siori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Siori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend, because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me.
You don't understand at all, Russell. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right. That I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sioria. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, Russell, there's nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was, but I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streaked down Siori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grab Siori's shoulders, but this time I pull her into a tight embrace.
Russell.
Siori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Russell.
Siori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Siori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Russell,
Siori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Siori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Russell. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too.
Siori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it? How would you like for me to spend it all with you?
It's what I want.
I promised.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Siori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't.
Oh, if you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Shiori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Shiori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Shiori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I will be right back. Alright, everyone. Sorry about that. I'm back. I had to take a little break, drink some water, you know, the normal things. Let's get back into this game here. Alright. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously waiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Whoa, that's cute.
What's
Hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her usual school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison.
Jeez, don't make me feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in.
I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right?
I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part.
Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen.
What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Russell?
Come on, since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Okay, this is ridiculously heavy.
I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed?
I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk!
Natsuki hits a fist into my chest.
Hey!
Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Oh, crap.
It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people, but geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because you were not in school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you.
Ha ha ha.
What?
That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that.
Hey! Now you are treating me like a child. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri, doesn't mean you should treat me like,
Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki,
forget it. I didn't say anything.
I should apologize.
Yeah?
I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. Alright, I'll be sure to do that, Sean. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours.
How would you know that anyway?
Just trust me on this one.
Gross!
Hey! Was that to me?
Who else?
Man, let's just get started already.
Ha! You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Russell.
Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, then there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, or spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer is big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Isn't big enough, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking.
Russell, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon. I need to feel the trays.
I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. And that's
a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on! You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking, it's just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's 1,000,000 times more worth it in the end if you're just looking at it makes everyone else's eyes lighten up.
Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Manokia's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying?
Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer.
Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back.
You really need to beat the crap out of it.
After a few seconds, the consistency of icing has already improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my icing.
Your icing, huh? Are you forgetting we did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next time. Next.
I'll like to see you try. I push harder just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some of my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me, causing me to stumble, making her stumble in turn.
Gross! You got it on my face!
Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez, you know what? Take this!
Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face.
You
wish! I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Oh! Oh! Oh, God. This is what it's coming to. Okay. Alright. Gonna let that sink in for a little bit. Christian site, I think, isn't my channel have like a mature setting when you have to watch it? I think I said that right. Wow. Someone ban June in the chat, please.
Stop!
Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just gets a reaction out of me. Just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking out. Whoa. Oh boy.
What? Did you seriously just...
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Russell! You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet.
Cough! No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that?
You should have checked before turning the oven on.
Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sits on top of the stove. Well, she sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened.
That smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven.
As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look at how cute they all look.
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add icing.
Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We'll probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick at one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others.
That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like happy birthday or whatever.
Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually.
Eh?
Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like.
I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Ha ha ha! Maybe I'm getting it from you.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute.
Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute.
Well...
Natsuki's voice trails off.
Same with you.
Eh? Did you say something?
No, nothing. Let's just do the icing.
Natsuki picks up the pace and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Without giving me a chance to think about before Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing and then we each get to work. We were finally finished. Natsuki pulls them all side by side to admire our work.
Look at how pretty they are, together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I wish I could have one now.
Well, there's no reason you couldn't, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Haha. Shiori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to go home for dinner.
Already? That's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you've always had this chance.
Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Shiori each carry some, then you could probably do it on one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
Ah! I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you.
Ah, yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Shiori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Shiori always does listen to me, but at that point, it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. It's still daylight. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki?
Eh?
What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over any time, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere.
Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you.
Russell!
I thought
you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so...
Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki! Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the side of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me.
I've felt it for a while now.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back.
Sorry?
Eh? Ah! Hi, Russell! Shiori? Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Russell. I just stopped by to say hi.
You should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so...
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Shiori waves goodbye. Shiori? I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Shiori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Russell? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half?
It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Shiori, don't say that.
It's true, Russell. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Minocchio was right. I should just...
Minocchio? Minocchio was right about what? Shiori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Shiori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Russell. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Shiori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Shiori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself, Russell. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel, and...
That's enough, Shiori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Shiori's arms and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Shiori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Oh, God. Oh, God. Why must I make this decision? Why me? Oh, that's a good point, June. That's a good point. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Pinocchio told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Shiori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Shiori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I know this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're always right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really did know me better than anyone, Russell. I'll trust you with anything at all. So, Sayori smiles, finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loud as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my own house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until these things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's today of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funny enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Manokia, I'm sure the event will be great too.
Russell! You're the first one here! Thanks for being early!
That's funny. I thought at least Sayori would be here by now. Manokia is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the one she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Manokia would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days that this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember that Sayori told me yesterday. What Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all.
You should take a little responsibility for her, Russell. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know.
Exchange? Manokia, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club president after all.
But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like a bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
Manokia is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something Like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too!
I flip through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flip to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh, God. I'm not gonna read that one out loud. That's a lot of the same words. Oh, here we go. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. I don't want to read it, June. I don't want to read it. Okay. Get out of my head. 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 Get out of. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. That's what you get, dude. Alright, enough of that. Let's continue. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach.
Russell? What's wrong?
Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so...
Well, alright.
Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain
yourself.
Minoki calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking to her school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper, I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I open the door.
Oh, shit!
Oh, God. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up to a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit just yesterday. I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why am I so selfish? Why is this my fault? My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. Why is my door open? I'm gonna close my door. I'll be right back. Okay. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset or try something different. I only had one chance, and I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. End. Really? Oh! Oh, okay. Oh, okie dokie. I keep going. Okay, new game. Why? I'm alone at my house. I don't really want to be alone at my house right now. This is uncomfortable. Someone is here. I'm gonna go see who it is.
Bitch!
You piece of shit, Austin! That was recorded. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I'm playing that game, Doki Doki. You don't want to know. Okay. It was just Austin. It's all good. I'm still alive. I'll be right back again. Okay. I'm going to load game, I guess. I'm going to load it here. See what happens. What? No, it's not. It wasn't corrupt. Okay. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is, I cannot pronounce that, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just saw an idol in front of the crosswalk and let whoever that is catch up to me. Ah, shit! Oh! What? Oh, I don't. No. 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 Nope. Mm-mm.
Let's go, dude. Watch 3 hours of this shit. You're gonna quit.
Has it really been 3 hours already? Alright, I'm gonna mute myself. I'll keep going.
Yeah, mute this.
It's just an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends, groups walking down the school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I've always told myself it's about time I met some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just being by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is an ordinary day as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. They really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Russell? Minokia? Oh goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been
a while, right?
Yeah it has. Minokia smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Minokia was probably the most popular girl in school. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? I actually am starting a new one, a literature club.
Literature? That sounds like kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find any members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything, reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of the members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Wait, really? Yeah, it's
funny, right?
She always
insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member, right?
Did she Hey, Russell. By chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Winokia? Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Awesome.
You're really
You're really sweet, Russell, you know that?
It's nothing, really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for materials another time. You're more important.
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Minokia and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Minokia across the school and upstairs section of the school I really visit, being generally used for 3-year classes and activities. Minokia, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back! And I brought a guest with me.
Oh, shit.
A guest?
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Russell.
All words escape me in this situation. Please don't send Austin. If he comes in here, I might actually punch him. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
So let me guess. You're Minokia's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Russell in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Minokia, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to,
Sorry.
Sorry. I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him.
In that case, I should at least make some tea, right?
Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Russell?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Minokia and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Minokia.
So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Minokia must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teacup in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri just trying to impress you. That's not it.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, I believe you.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Russell, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It's like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
No, not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels built deep in complex fantasy worlds.
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw off you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality.
Oh, is that so? Really, it's a story that makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, what is that?
Well,
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's
right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing the level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. Well, I'll sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Manokia.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Manokia. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. You agree as well, Russell? Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I'd bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Minokia may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All these three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Eh? These girls exchange glances before Minokia turns back at me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Russell. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to perform an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members, and we don't find one before the festival.
I am defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh, goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Russell?
Yeah, it could be fun, right?
You really do scare me. You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be so pissed.
Russell, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really
I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting going good enough. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share.
Minocchio looks over at me once more.
Russell, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Minocchio with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans out the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart to the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Minocchio. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I will have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of the circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Okay. Oh crap. I don't want to read this. Oh god, okay. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Alright, I think I'm going to stop here for now. Sorry guys, that was a lot to bear. It's a good stopping point though. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone has a good night. Thanks again.